everyone, I'm Shurasri Pal and we are discussing this question from GATE Examination 2021, paper Biochemistry, question number 13. The question states, anti-B antibodies are present in the serum of A, blood group A, B, blood group B, C, blood group AB, and D, blood group O. This question is an MSQ, so which means that there can be multiple answers. Now we know that if we look at the blood group, that was discovered by Landsteiner, there are actually four blood groups. There are actually four types of blood groups, and this is called the ABO blood grouping system. Now, this was discovered by Carl Landsteiner, and this is based on the surface antigen on red blood cells or RBCs. RBC surface antigens. These surface antigens are usually glycoproteins, and there are actually two types of antigens, A antigen and B antigen. Now, when both so there are these two types of antigen, A antigen and B antigen. Now we will discuss how these two types of antigen can form the four different types of blood groups. So these are the four different blood groups, A, B, AB, and O. And this is actually a schematic diagram of the RBCs. Now, the A antigen is when the A antigen is present on the RBCs, it is called blood group A. So the antigen in the red blood cell is A antigen, and the blood group is corresponding to this is A blood group. Now, if B antigens are present on the RBC, then the blood group is B. When B antigen is present, blood group is B. Now, next is when A and B antigens both are present on the surface of the RBC. That is called an AB blood group. And when none of these antigens, neither A nor B, is present on the RBC, that is called O blood group. So this is how the four different types of blood groups are originated, depending on the surface antigen, A or B antigen. And now we should also discuss when there are antigens, there should be antibodies as well, right? So when the RBC contains the A antigen, the A antibodies should not be present in that blood group, or anti-A antibodies should not be present in the blood group, because we know that if the antigens and antibodies both are present, then the antibodies will bind to the antigens and then it will destroy the RBCs. So the only type of antibody that will be present in the A blood group will be anti-B antibodies. So only anti-B antibodies will be present in the A blood group. And conversely, only anti-A antibodies will be present in the blood of B blood group. Because anti-B antibodies can recognize these surface antigens and they can destroy the RBCs, which is going to be deleterious for the person. So therefore, anti-A antibodies will be only present in the B blood group. Now, AB. AB has both of these antigens, A and B. So therefore, ideally, there should be no antibodies in the plasma against the A antigen or the B antigen. Why no antibodies? Because if any one of the antibodies are present, like anti-B or anti-A, then that will destroy the RBCs. So no antibodies are present in the AB blood group, whereas in the O blood group, no antigens are present, right? No A antigen or B antigen. So therefore, both of these antibodies, anti-A and anti-B, will be present in the blood of O blood group, right? And we should also discuss, when we are discussing about the blood groups, we should also discuss the compatibility of the blood groups, or I mean that which blood group can donate blood to which blood group. So A blood group can donate blood to A and O blood groups. Okay, so here first I should tell you that O is the universal donor. O is considered the universal donor, and AB is called the universal recipient. All right. So here, the in case of blood transfusion, there is a rule. The rule is that the donor's antigen should not react with the recipient's antibodies. So the this is the rule in case of blood transfusion, that the donor's antigen should not react to the recipient's antibody. So that means that whenever someone is donating blood, that person should have the antigens which are either common to the um, recipient. So suppose both the persons belong to A blood group. So both of them have these A antigens. So therefore, the donor's antigen will not react to the recipient's antibody because the recipient does not have any anti-A antibody. So that is why the A blood group can donate blood to A blood group person. And on the other hand, think about O blood group. O blood group does not have any antigen. So here we are considering that the donor's antigen should not react to the recipient's antibody. So here, if O blood group does not have any antigen, so there will be no reaction with the recipient's antibodies, right? So which is why O is considered as universal donor because it can donate blood to all of these blood groups because it does not have any antigen which can react with the recipient's antibody. On the other hand, think about AB blood group. AB blood group does not have any antibodies in the plasma, anti-A or anti-B antibodies. So therefore, this AB blood group can receive blood from any of the blood groups because again remember this rule, donor's antigen should not react to recipient's antibody. If recipient does not have any antibody, then there will be no reaction, right? So therefore, AB, since it does not have any antibody, it can receive blood from any of the blood groups, which is why it is called universal recipient. And I should also a little bit discuss about the genetics of this blood group system also. The genetics is that there are actually three genes, or I should say that there are three alleles of the blood group gene. There are actually three alleles, IA, IB, and small I. So IA codes for A antigen, IB codes for B antigen, and small I does not code for any antigen. So now this is a case of codominance. So actually all of these alleles, they are dominant, um, which means that IA and IB, these two alleles, they are codominant. So and small I is the recessive one. It is the recessive allele. But IA and IB, they are codominant alleles. So which means when when both the alleles on the gene, because we know that in we are diploid organisms, so we will have only two alleles present in our two chromosomes, in the two homologous chromosomes, right? So when both the alleles are IA, so the blood group will be A, because the person will only produce surface antigen A. Now, when both the alleles are when both the alleles are IB, then the person will only produce B antigen, so the blood group will be B. IA, the blood group will be A. IB, the blood group will be B. Now the question is when the two alleles are IA and IB. So why am I telling that these two alleles are codominant? Because this person will produce A antigen as well as B antigen, both. So because these two alleles are dominant together, they will be expressed together dominantly. So which means that this person will have now blood group AB, because the RBCs will contain both the surface antigen A and B. Now coming to the effect of the recessive gene. So, or the recessive allele. So now when the two alleles are IA and small I, therefore this small I is actually recessive. So all the RBCs will actually have A antigen on its surface because this is dominant. IA is dominant over small I, so all the RBCs will have A antigen and the blood group will be A. Similarly, in case of IB small I, IB will be dominant. Therefore, the RBCs will have only B antigen on their surface, so the blood group will be B. And the last one, which is small I, when both the alleles are recessive, then the blood group will be O. So, because there will be no antigen produced by any of the alleles, so the blood group will be O. Right? So, this is the genetics, and this is a case of codominance. And now coming back to our question, so anti-B antibodies are present in the serum of which of the blood groups? So anti-B means that anti-B antibodies are present. It means that there should be no B antigen on the surface of the antibodies. On the surface of the RBCs. There should be no B antigens because then there will be a precipitation reaction. So anti-B antibodies are present in the serum. So therefore, there is no B antigen on the RBCs. So the blood group will be A because it does not have any B antigen. And the other one is blood group O. Blood group O does not contain any antigen, neither A nor B. So anti-B antibodies will be present in blood group A and also blood group O. Check it here also again. Anti-B antibodies are present in blood group A and blood group O. Right? So our correct options are option A and D. And that's it. Thank you.